we got set up. Gotta run and grab my cutoff wheel real fast, but we're gonna cut that front floor out. It's gonna be a combination of 4-inch ankle grinder with a cutoff wheel and sawzall, but sawzall is like a last resort kind of thing because it can get kind of squirrely, and I don't want to go too crazy with this. So let's get rock and rolling. Seam sealer. I need to get a fan going. One of the sawzalls will go through 25-year-old, 23-year-old seam sealer better. take a look at this. I don't know what. Let me clean it. Alright, everybody. There's the hole in the floor. Let's get up there and look now. So, came through. We got pretty close to the body. It was smoking pretty bad there, as you saw. I gotta get this seam sealer off of here before I make a tight cut. I got the floor up here. Sorry, there's no light. Of course, I would always leave my flashlight somewhere. Anyway, we did a cross underneath a little bit, and then through here. Got the corner structure. So I was just looking at this myself. Outside of the Jeep, this corner and this corner, they're pretty bad shape. What I think I'm gonna do when I cut this is cut straight across here on the wheel well, and then I'll build that back in, because it's kind of splitting away here. Like I said, you know, these corners it's pretty rotted out. Like, see, just made a hole right here. So I got to rebuild this anyway, but I think if I cut straight down on both sides, straight down, and then, you know, across here real good, flat, and then just take this out, and this is pretty much the seam where I'm going to cut the Jeep anyway to make my stretch right up through here. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to come in here, and I think if I cut straight up here and then follow this pinch weld all the way across for the tunnel. Wait a minute, there we go. All the way across for the tunnel, and then get that all other side. That should take care of the front section underneath the dash, and get rid of the rest of the torque boxes up front. And then I'll use this firewall as start building my main structure back up, and then go from there. Then I can build my skeleton and keep going with my floor. But before I build my skeleton, I gotta cut the front of this off. So to move it, my plan was wrap a chain. Here, let me see if I can't get you. There's a bolt there and a bolt there, there and there. Wrap a chain on it, get my engine hoist, support the front, then it's on wheels, and then I should be able to, once it's cut, pick up on this cross bracing here and move her on forward to where it should be, or at least get it into a better spot, and then I can fine tune from there and weld in some bracing for it. I gotta figure out a way to get this seam sealer off. I know you can heat it up. I don't have a heat gun. I really don't want to buy a heat gun just for it. I might try my wife's hair dryer. we'll see. But cutting through it, I think, is a bad idea. So much smoke. Oh my goodness. I was dying. And I only cut just a little bit. So to get the rest of that out over there, you know, and then to clean up back here, yeah, it's gonna have to get cut. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Alright, guys. We did it. I don't know how well you can see. Well, we came in here. Where am I at? This is hard to do. There's this pinch weld right here, right? On the... Sorry, I can see really well in my garage, but this camera just... Anyway, there's this pinch weld right here. Goes all the way across. Holds the floor in. I'm going to try and do this. Just bear with me. Please bear with me. So here's where we did. We cut it all the way across. And then the other side. Then the other side. Hold on. There's bikes and all kinds of stuff. Here. See? All the way across. All the way across. I can't see what you see. There you go. All the way across, right here. We cut it. Let's go inside. Ow! Hurt my hand. Sorry, I'm climbing through everything. Yeah, right there. See? That mile of seam sealer. We cut everything. Everybody. There's some cleanup. There's some cleanup. Let's not get it wrong. But, look, there's that mile of seam sealer. Look, that corner. Good night. Anyway, so the plan is make a skeleton. The outside skeleton, framework, whatever you want to call it. We'll go to this, and this is that pinch weld on the outside of that firewall. We'll come up and across, and we'll go down, and, you know, everything else, and on both sides. And we'll come down here. Unfortunately, I was just talking to a friend of mine. This torque box, or whatever you want to call it, this is surface rust stuff. Like, this would probably clean up alright, and I could hit it with some black paint and it'd be okay. Driver's side, not so much. Hopefully this isn't bad right here, but my thought is, and I was just talking to a buddy of mine, there's a corner, or, you know, but come down, maybe, sorry, I remember, I can see perfectly, like I said, sorry you can't. Come in about 1/4 of an inch, cut down here, and then we'll take it out down here, and we'll do the same on this side, you know, where we'll come in, you know, 1/4 of an inch off this, buzz all this off. So here's the original height of the floor. I'd like to keep that, because if you come all the way up here, then your foot's gonna come at a crazy angle. You know, it might feel cramped because you're losing, you know, this 1.5 inches. But anyway, we'll discuss this more once we get into building the floor. We got a minute before that happens, but you know, and then we'll come through here. This will be our floor height, so we'll just weld the piece right in here. We'll come through all this. This will all get cleaned up. This is gonna be, I got plans for all this, you know. This will all get cleaned up. Sorry, you can't see, I can see. This will all get cleaned up in here. This is the roll bar. It's coming out, you know. This is my only flex that I got out of this whole thing. You know, I mean, I can push it, you're right, but, you know, it's not that bad. Like, I know I need to get something in here pretty soon, because it's not going to sit on this forever. But, sorry, I lose my train of thought. But we'll get it done. This is step one. Cut the floor out. Because we got to cut it. We had to cut it at least. Sorry, I'm trying to back up. At least here. Because, well, next is to cut that body. But this is where we're going to leave this video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. This project has been in my mind for five or 6 years now, and you know, once I started to see the Jeep decline, I knew this was the direction I was going. And you know, we'll talk about more plans and more what this is going to be as things go on, and I explain more. But have a good weekend, and don't be afraid to build something.